What's going on, my good people? I'm finna give you some game right now on an update. I said I was gonna try to do weekly updates, but for some reason my video had got a copyright claim on it. Took it down. But talking about speck fishing at Rodman Dam right now, or speck fishing in any dam or lakes, rivers. I wouldn't say ponds, because I don't know if specks be like really in ponds like that, unless they got washed in some type of way. Rodman Dam, the specks been biting here and there. Some days, good days, bad days. You might get 5, 6, 11, 12, 15. Might get 2. You know, they ain't really came in yet like they have before. Hasn't been really that cold yet either. We ain't had that cold front where the water stays cold. But you know, specks love that cold water. They like hot water too, don't get it twisted, but they like cold water. I'm gonna tell you what I've been using. I'm gonna show you a couple things that you could use, because people be asking me. Like I don't have all the answers to things. I just use things and try things. Let me show you what a jig head is. For some of you that be like a jig head, right? Okay. This is a white jig head right here. This is a white jig head. This is a green. Some people call this color chartreuse. It's like a lime green color. That's just the ball head, the ball jig head. This is what a jig head is. With the hook, that's a jig. These are the baits that you use artificial with the jig heads. This is a shad pole, shad tadpole, but the color is electric chicken. That's the color. These are one of the best, in my case, one of the best baits you can use, this color. Electric chicken shad pole. That's fire. If all else fails in the tackle box, that's a go-to. Another one that's been working this year is another jig. It's almost identical to some of the bait fish that's running around in these lakes, rivers, ponds, like baby shad colors, you know, minnows also. That's money, okay? Sometimes pink on pink works. Pink jig heads or white jig heads or black jig heads with pink. I've been catching a lot on blue ice. These are called baby shads, blue ice. The color is blue ice, but just like the one I just showed you, like the shad pole, these right here are like baby shads. That's what they call them. The color is blue ice. This has been money for me. Like, I'm gonna put a couple clips in to show you what I was using when I was catching the specks I was catching the other day. I've been using these for like the last 2 months. I've been catching bass, specks, and catfish with these. I'm just gonna try to do a weekly update on fishing areas that I fish, so a lot of people won't come out there when the fish ain't biting or if the fish ain't running. If the fish running, I tell you they running. It's something simple, man, to keep people updated. You know, like I make calls, phone calls sometimes, and call people to see like what's going on. Like, is it worth going? Because it's, you know, it's an hour ride. That's a 2-hour trip, coming and going. So the bass ain't really been biting as much. They starting to pick up. Some days are better than others. And fishing dams is hit or miss depending on the flow of the water. You know, but I'm gonna stay to what I'm talking about right now. It's the speck fishing. When you're using these jig heads, like you want to use a 1/8, 1/16, 1/4. I use the 1/16 because it's light, and depending on the flow of the water, sometimes the bait just falls, you know, it falls slower. When you jigging, how they're biting now, sometimes they bite all over, up, suspended, down, below, you know, whatever. Lately, they've been biting like right before the jig gets to the bottom. So by the time you popping it, and then they ain't hitting it like that, let it fall, because they hit it on the drop. By the time you jig it and that thing come up, and it start to fall, let it fall some. Give yourself a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, then pick it back up. Most of the time, before it gets to the bottom, they will thump it. Most of the time. And then sometimes you gotta cast. Like I say, some days are better than other days. You can see sometimes your judgment should be off the current of the water on what type of weight you use. You don't want to use like a big 1/4, 1/8, something that you can, you can throw it out far, but you don't want it to be as fast. Sometimes the fish be lazy, but they'll chase the bait. When it falls slow, take that type of approach. If the water moving too hard, then you want to, use a bigger jig head. If the current is going faster than normal, you make that decision on your own. But I will tell you another big key is light line. I use like 6 pound, 4 pound test line with the drag set, because sometimes bass might bite. Light line will help that jig fall slower. Heavy line, and you don't want to use, just trust me, you don't want to use heavy line. Light tackle, light pole, you don't need no big pole, something small, light. Like I said, you'll see what I'm using in this one of these clips. I think I got it on here. I'm gonna post it up here and you'll see for yourself. But that's gonna be that right there. And I leave a couple pictures, probably on a thumbnail, to show you what I'm using. And if you're using what I'm using, you're gonna catch fish. I'm not guarantee you're gonna catch a bunch, because the fish are not really in the main key to catching fish. I'm gonna tell you the main thing. I don't care what nobody say, however they say it, what they try to call it. I don't give a damn what they say. In order to catch fish, you have to be where fish are at. In order to catch fish, you have to be where fish are at. And check out these clips, man. You go like that. My buddy Tristan just caught a nice one. Got a nice slab. There you go. There we go. We got one. He's small though. See what I'm saying? I done caught 5 of these. Some people keep them, I don't keep them, I throw them back. See what I'm using right now. Blue ice, white jig head. Got one. Small again. Not big. Nice size. About the same size. Got one. Small again. Not big. Nice size. So you can see from that right there, hopefully that'll help somebody out. That'll help you right now if you speck fish. Even if you're in a boat, that'll work. I just wanted to show y'all and give y'all a couple things that you can use. Maybe you haven't been using, I don't know. Just try those out, and if you see like on the clips, just let it fall down slow. Light line, that usually works. That's gonna be it for the video. I'm waiting on the rain to stop so I can get in the water. I'll catch y'all in the next video, man. like, subscribe, share the video, man. I appreciate all the support I've been getting. Love real. Stay tuned. We got more videos coming, man. And, I hope y'all enjoying the journey with me like I am.